I run. Run. And run. I have to stop. I breathe in and I cough. I exhale and I keep running. I made it to the bus. I'm exhausted and the trip hasn't even started. Maybe I can sleep on this bus. After all, it's a 5-hour ride to Rovaniemi. But I'm not sleepy though. I'm just physically exhausted. This fucking running killed me. I get slightly in a bad mood just thinking about yet another bus waiting for me after this one. From Rovaniemi to Luleå. 2 buses, and on top of that, a train to Stockholm. I collapse into the seat. I am out of breath. My heart is beating so fast. I look at my phone. I ran for nothing. Still 10 minutes for the bus to depart. Fuck me.
There, 13A. That's my seat. A lucky number, I guess. I woke up from coma on the 13th, and that's 18 months ago now. It's 11 years since I haven't seen my daughter. 28 minutes since I had my last ginger shot. 18 months since my last vodka shot. All 3 of them seems like another life. Now I'm here. I'm taking the bus to Gothenburg, seat 13A. Then the train to Stockholm. On the way to meet my daughter. I am a father. I am a father. I'll just keep saying that. I am a father. I am a rock. I am an island. And the rock feels no pain. I am on this bus. I have a coat. I have a trolley. I am a father. I have a seat. I found my seat. My coat has found its coat bag. My trolley is in the luggage locker. I am a father heading for his daughter. Good luck to this fellow. That's me. You never know for sure, but I think I am a rock, an island. I am myself, I mean a father. Off we go.
I took today, Friday, and Monday off from work, just so I can spend Saturday and Sunday in Stockholm. I will meet my friend Yasmin, and I will see my father. It's 6:15 in the morning. Finally, the bus takes off. Before the pandemic in 2019, Kalle and I did the same road. We spent a longer time in Stockholm, almost a week, and we took a cruise boat to Helsinki to visit my mother, who lives there. It was summertime when we traveled, and we had a beautiful trip. We didn't fight a single time, and we laughed a lot. We always laugh. I only wore dresses on that trip. It's one of my favorite memories together. It's a memory that feels light and happy. 7 a.m. I'm alone on the bus. Outside is still dark, but getting increasingly lighter by the minute. This bus feels like a home, pleasant and warm. It dawns on me. I was longing for this, being on my way somewhere, even if by bus. The return to what normal is, after such a long pause, feels safe and predictable. I wonder why there's no one else in the bus except for me and the driver. He's listening to the radio. It's playing a song I can't distinguish. My phone rings, and I look at the screen doubtful. I don't want to interrupt the coziness of this moment. It's Yasmin calling, and she is not taking no for an answer. I pick it up grudgingly.
Are you on the bus already?
I am. She sounds happy, fresh, as if she has been awake for hours. I notice myself smiling, just hearing her voice.
Are you nervous?
Not yet.
Good. I'm so looking forward to seeing you in a while.
Am I nervous? She asked a question because I will be seeing my father for the first time in 11 years. My father. The man who raised me, left me, and became a mystery.
Kära passagerare, välkomna till vår resa från Oslo till Göteborg. Vi kommer till Göteborg om cirka 3,5 timmar. Jag önskar er en trevlig resa. Dear passengers, welcome to our trip from Oslo to Gothenburg. We will arrive at Gothenburg in about 3.5 hours. I wish you a pleasant journey.
3.5 hours? The bus moves clumsily out of Oslo bus station and I lean my cheek to the window. Stupid railworks. Buses are making me sick. But my brain injury also made my driver's license disappear. So I'm stuck with taking the bus to Gothenburg. At least I can take the train to Stockholm from there. It was me who suggested Stockholm as a favor to my daughter. I wonder if she's aware of the long journey I take on just to meet her. She instead. From Helsinki to Stockholm, that's just a night on the ferry. Nothing compared to buses and trains and... But okay, I can take it. Unfortunately, the toilet is right behind my seat. On the seat in front of me sits a young woman. She's somewhere between 20 and 25. Impossible for me to tell her exact age. She takes off her white jacket and decorates it over her body like a blanket. Then she takes out her phone and switches on a movie. Oh, is it a TV show?
But you don't understand. Not in love with him. He's a married man.
I hear what you are saying, but the way you look at him...
It is him, not me. He is staring at me. He has always been staring at me, and he never wears his ring.
Right. So you are saying that you haven't done anything wrong?
I concentrate on the cold of the window against my face. I have to push the girl's TV show out of my mind. I'm taking out my bottle of homemade ginger shots, feeling the cold bottle against my mouth, having a sip. My breath leaves a foggy layer on the window for some seconds, adding on to the fog outside, then it disappears. The sun is fighting the dense autumn morning fog. Fog is both impenetrable and airy, stubborn and sparse, exactly as sounds, exactly as memories, impossible to grasp after the coma. I woke up with only 15 years of memories, that's it. My first 15 years. I have a glimpse of a small road in the woods with my mother when the car broke down. The taste of the tomato salad at my father's funeral. The first touch of a girl's breast behind the bike shed. Me upset in front of the principal's office. The smell of East Berlin's traffic. 15 years. That's it. And the birth of Taimi. And music. I remember every fucking song I ever heard. Linda, my wife, told me she was leaving a radio next to my bed when I was in coma, just to have a voice around whenever she couldn't sit next to my bed. Now I'm stuck with her music too. My neurologist said,
"This kind of partial memory loss is common."
He meant after a brain injury like mine.
It's typical that you remember songs. We see the same things with Alzheimer patients. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. I'll remember that. He blinked as if the two of us were sharing a secret.
It could be you only remember things that left an imprint on your personality.
If that's true, not a single one of my encounters as an adult, not even the sexual ones, has ever had the potential of a life-changing event. Did I waste my life?
Before this day, before sitting on this bus to Rovaniemi, months ago, I sat on the floor of my kitchen. My hair a mess, my clothes a mess, and the kitchen floor dirty with cereal crumbs, dog hair, and dust. My eyes were swollen from crying. Amidst my tears I typed, very impulsively, a reply to an old text message from my father, which I had left unanswered, just as every single message he has sent over the years, unanswered. I typed a question, "Shall we just meet?" He replied, with typos, "Yes, of course." He sounded immature and excited at the same time. He sounded like a stranger. Who is this man? After pressing send, I regretted. But at the same time, I felt relieved. This was needed. And I couldn't help feeling curious as well. This confusing mixture of feelings followed me for days, for months. Still today, I don't know how I feel exactly. I feel all of it. One moment I regret, the next minute I might even be excited. There are still 3 or so hours left until Rovaniemi.
I remember my daughter's birth. That's it. That's all I remember. My memory is blank. My whole life is a blank between me being 15 and 55 years old. Except for Taimi's first scream. She sounded almost upset about this moment of welcome, as if that place didn't correspond at all to her high expectations. A light greenish corridor with a smell of disinfectant right at the entrance of the hospital. Amanda gave birth on the middle of the floor, surrounded by a midwife, a doctor, a receptionist, and a father, me. I wanted to scream myself when I first looked into my daughter's wrinkled face. My scream would have sounded less upset, but more with a relieved and somehow terrified note. I am a father. Instead, I burst into tears. I was overwhelmed by the uniqueness of both birth and my daughter's beauty. And I was exhausted after the wheezing taxi ride, the stress of not quite making it to the delivery room. The receptionist handed me a handkerchief, and I remember I wondered if her dark, almost black hair was a wig. Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. I remember every single inch of that moment, the start of her life 25 years ago. And nothing else. I do not remember her first smile. I do not remember her first step. I do not remember her learning how to bike, nor failing her first ever pancake. Maybe it was delicious. I don't even like pancakes. But I'm sure I loved her pancakes anyway. She is my daughter, and now I'm traveling towards her, even if I have to take a bus.